So how does a circular sock machine work? So this is my circular sock machine, and it has a crank right here that I can turn in order to make this yarn carrier move around the needles. You'll note that the needles themselves also move up and down as I turn this machine. Now each of these needles is actually a miniature latch hook. And latch hooks have a hook, of course, but it also has a latch that can open and close in order to let yarn slide off of it or hook onto yarn. This machine is an auto knitter, and the cylinder that I have in here right now is a 60 needle cylinder, which means I have 60 hooks on this machine right now, and I can have 60 stitches when I make my socks. Now, as I crank my machine, there is a mechanism in there that is supposed to slide underneath all of the bumps at the base of my needles. And that is what makes the needles go up and down. Now, my machine can reverse direction, but that thing right in there, that's what's supposed to slide underneath all of these bumps. So if I'm going to reverse direction, I have to lift these needles up a little bit, and then my yarn carrier moves to the other side, and then that little thing can now slide underneath all of my needles. Sometimes they take a little bit of fiddling to be able to switch directions nicely. There we go, I've got that thing under there, and now I should be able to crank in the opposite direction. And now my needles going in the opposite direction are doing the same thing, and I can put these needles back down so they are back into play. Like this. These needles go into the machine through a little spring right here, and if I ever need to, I can take these needles out of my cylinder if I ever need to get them replaced because they get damaged. And to put them back, I just have to pull the spring out a little bit and slot this guy back into place. My machine also has a tension system right here, and if I turn the twist this way, you'll see this V-cam actually moves up a little bit, which means as I crank, my needles don't go down as much, which means I will have a tighter tension. If I turn it the opposite way, this V-cam is going to go lower, which means when I knit, my needles will also pull down more on the yarn, therefore creating a looser stitch. I'm using something called a cast-on bonnet to help start my sock so that I can get this yarn loaded up into these stitches. And when I start, I have to make sure all of the latches of my latch hooks are facing down so that the hook part is open to grab the yarn. As I knit, what's going to happen is the yarn carrier is going to bring the yarn over here. My latch hook will go up, and then the latch will clear this ring, and then when it goes down, the ring will close. The hook will hook onto the yarn, and it'll create a stitch. Come back for part 2.